Biggity bam, let's go. They're letting me teach math. Let me show you what's going on here. So we're getting ready. Next week they start hardwood. We got done with carpet. And today I thought, you know what? Let's go over a little bit more with room layout. But let's talk about, breaking fractions down into decimals. And so what we did is, like on a standard tape measure, you're going to have 1/16, 1/8, 3/16. Well, what does that mean when we got to start adding stuff up and we got to start figuring room layouts? So I'm going to teach them the way that I kind of taught myself how to do this. I was a piss poor student in school because I chose to most of the time. But this is how I started kind of figuring out how to do this. I like to break my fractions down all into like what we call that, a whole number, decimals. And then what I do is I write down, so if I'm using a 3 1/4 inch hardwood, I'll go 3 1/4, 6 1/2, 9.75, 13, 16.25. And what I can do is that decimal, I can take over to my cheat sheet. I'm gonna have them take over to their cheat sheet and they'll be able to tell what fraction that is or what measurement that'll be. So right now, the class is making we've got a theoretical, hypothetical, not square room, I know that, but I want them to find center. And what we're gonna do is we've got some 3 1/4 inch hardwood. We're just gonna figure room layout. We're gonna figure, I'm also gonna have them, I added this in here, is because I want them to see, now they can measure and they can find out how big of a piece they're gonna be putting in areas like that. So this is gonna be kind of fun. Should challenge them a little bit. We're even gonna bust out some trammel points again. Everybody love trammel points?
Wait, are we about to do trammel points on this point? On this?
Let's do a trammel point off that one. Andrew, he's gonna instruct us how to do this, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. We're here to learn. We're in a classroom to learn, right, Espar?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Let's go.
That's correct.
So we got some more theoretical, hypothetical stuff here. We've got our center line, and we measured. From our center line, it's 12 inches to each wall, or 12 feet, 144 inches. We're gonna divide that by our plank, 7.25, 7 1/4 inch plank, and that gets us 19.862 pieces. So this 0.862 is the percentage of the plate of the plank. So we're gonna take 7.25, 7 1/4 inch plank, multiply that by 0.862, and we come to 6.2495, which when we come back over to here, 0.295, we're gonna round that to 0.25, it'd be 1/4 inch, which we just, I'd round that to 6 1/4. So hypothetically, theoretically, whatever you want to call it, if we're 12 feet there, 12 feet there, and we start in the center with that piece, we're going to end up with a 6 1/4 inch piece here, 6 1/4 inch piece here. Andrew's making a lot of noise with the trammel points. All right, so I had the class because you can see this nice room that I built. The class decided to. They pulled a measurement off this wall right here, and then they decided to use a trammel point to make a nice 90-degree angle for me. Let's see. I don't know if, there we go. We got a nice crosshair right there. And they decided to, before they're going to go ahead with the work, they let me know that I did not build this room square. So there's my funny for the day. But here's what we came up with. We have 42 inches from the center of this room to the wall. We have 3.25, that's 3 1/4 inch hardwood material. We will be installing, if we start on the center row, we'll be installing 12.92 pieces. Now, this 0.92, what does that mean? Well, if this was 12 less than 0.5, we would know that we needed to adjust our starting piece on that center line. We would actually have to move our starting piece onto the center of that line to increase this measurement to over half a board. So let's break it down. We've got 3.25 inches, 3¼ inch, times 0.92. That's the size of the actual board. That's 0.92 inches. I kind of broke it down here and said if we cut this into 100 pieces, we'd have 92 of them that we'd have cut off, and we'd only have that 0.8 left. So we still got more than half a board. Comes out to equal 2.99 boards. Well, do we got anything that equals 0.99 here? So we're taking 15/16, we're rounding that up to 3. So, or excuse me, 1. And we're going to have, roughly full board here and a full board here. So hopefully that makes sense. The class we're going to do, we've been doing some of these exercises, showing them how to figure this out, trying to make it easy. We all learn different ways, but I have found this to be the easiest. Student in the class, Charity, she's kind of helped us, everybody kind of understand how this works. So it's kind of working as a team in here. We love it, right? Yeah.